Most people can relate to the horror of seeing an unflattering photo that someone else has posted online. For celebrities who are pursued by paparazzi, that is a common occurrence. After seeing dodgy snaps of herself taken on a Mexican beach, Catherine Zeta-Jones decided to beat the paparazzi at their own game. She enlisted husband Michael Douglas to take his own photos of her in her bikini, which she posted with an angry message aimed at press photographers. Since becoming the president-elect this month, Donald Trump appears to be softening his stance on several firmly held campaign themes, from building a wall along the U.S Mexico border to shifting on the cause of climate change to putting his Democratic presidential rival, Hillary Clinton, in jail. Political experts have said candidates often have to moderate their opinions once in office, sounding harsher on the campaign trail and then compromising or backtracking once the realities of office set in. Trump's actions seemingly show that he is softening his campaign rhetoric and will be taking more pragmatic positions in the White House. "Build that wall" was a chant heard loud and often at Trump campaign rallies. Trump boasted during debates and on the campaign trail that he would not only build a big, beautiful wall but also get Mexico to pay for it. Nearly a third of the 3,200-kilometer, 2,000-mile, border between the U.S. and Mexico already has a border wall of some type. In an interview this month with the CBS News show 60 Minutes, Trump admitted that the wall he campaigned about might actually be fencing in some areas. And in a video touting plans for his first 100 days in office, which was released Monday, Trump never mentioned the wall. Trump said during his campaign that he planned to deport millions of the nearly 11 million undocumented immigrants in the U.S. "They're sending people that have lots of problems. They're bringing drugs. They're bringing crime. They're rapists. And some, I assume, are good people," he said at the time. On the 60 Minutes interview, Trump backtracked from his pledge to deport millions of undocumented immigrants, saying he would focus on those who have been arrested for alleged crimes. "What we are going to do is get the people that are criminal and have criminal records, gang members, drug dealers, where a lot of these people, probably 2 million, it could be even 3 million, he said. "We are getting them out of our country or we are going to incarcerate." Less than a week after his election, Trump said in an interview with the Wall Street Journal that he would simultaneously repeal and replace Obamacare. In the interview on 60 Minutes, he said he would like to keep at least 2 provisions from the current plan: the inclusion of people with pre-existing conditions and adult children, up to age 26, who live with their parents on their parents' health care plan. Trump softened his position after a meeting with Obama. Experts, however, say the situation requires more than an outright repeal or a cut and paste of the healthcare elements Trump likes and dislikes. The problem with keeping the 2 provisions Trump says he likes, experts say, is that they are paid for by some other provisions that are less attractive, such as the mandate that all adults in the U.S. have health care coverage. The healthy adults in the system contribute the funds that help pay for the sick people who cannot be denied coverage. Without that mandate, Trump will have to find some other source of funds for the insurance companies covering people with pre-existing conditions. The incoming president has been facing questions about whether he can run his multi-billion-dollar real estate and corporate empire and be president at the same time. He told the New York Times that in theory, "I could run my business perfectly and then run the country perfectly." He said that even though the law was on his side, a president could not have any conflicts of interest and that he was in the process of turning over his businesses to his children. Trump, who once called global warming a Chinese-created hoax, also appears to be backing down from his threat to withdraw from the Paris Agreement on climate change. Trump told the Times that clean air is vitally important and that he thought there is some connectivity between climate change and human activity. "I'm looking at it very closely. I have an open mind about the accord," he said. Trump said he had no intention of calling for further investigation into Clinton's use of a private email server when she was Secretary of State and into questions surrounding the charitable Clinton Foundation. "I don't want to hurt the Clintons, I really don't. She went through a lot and suffered greatly in many different ways." The campaign was vicious, he said. Trump said investigating Clinton was not something he felt very strongly about. "I think it would be very divisive for the country," Trump told reporters and editors at the Times, "My inclination would be, for whatever power I have on the matter, is to say, let's go forward." This has been looked at for so long, ad nauseum. Trump's decision not to push for investigations into Clinton's email use or the Clinton Foundation, however, may not deter some Republican Party members on Capitol Hill. Republican Congressman James Chaffetz, who chairs the powerful House Oversight and Government Reform Committee, has promised to continue to investigate Clinton's use of emails. By backing off his promises to investigate Clinton, Trump has outraged some of his most passionate supporters. Breitbart News, a conservative news organization that has strongly supported Trump, published a headline Tuesday that read, "Broken Promise." He had said he favored the use of waterboarding, which Congress banned in 2006. Trump will be inaugurated on January 20.